Alright, hello. This video I'm going to go over loop programming practice, just going through these different answers. I think most of these are all for loops if I remember right in the sequence of our lessons here. Not that you couldn't do them without while, but for loops really make sense when you know how far you want to loop. So like here we want to loop from 0 to 50 and do all the evens. So a couple notes on this first one. You could do like you could do num mod 2 equals 0. That's a way to tell it's even, but it's just as easy. We really want to loop here 0, 2, 4, 6, dot, 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 up to 50. Okay, so we're going by 2. So the easiest way is just to start our int at 0, go less than or equal to 50, and then do I equals I plus 2. So oftentimes we do plus plus I, but if you go up by 2's, it'll just go 0, 2, 4, and then we can just print it out. So print out I plus a space, like that, and then I wouldn't do a ln, I would just print them all in one line and then do a blank print line at the end of it. So we'll go to the next line after that. So if we click go button here, it should be printing all the way up to 50, and then this prints a return on the end. Okay, so to do the sum, you're going to need, I would go like this. So it's kind of like the last one. I would have my I go 3, 6, 9, dot, 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 but then I would add it to a sum variable. So the difference here is before you do the loop, make a sum that is 0, and then I'm going to go int I equals 3 again. I is less than or equal to 120. And I equals I plus 3, so we're going up by 3's, starting with 3. All right, and then all we're going to just do is say the sum is equal to whatever it is before, plus the new value of I. So the first time this runs, sum will be 0, and so it'll be 0 plus 3, because I is 3, and then I will become 6, sum is 3. So next time we run, sum will be what it used to be, 3 plus the new number 6, and so it just builds the sum one value at a time. All right, and I forget what the number is for this, but we can print it out at the end once we're all done. And so I'm not going to print the sum along the way. I'm just going to print it out when I get to the end. Okay, so average is very, very similar. The only difference here is that you have to divide by 100 at the end, because this is actually 100 values. So I'm going to use the same sum variable, so I'm just going to reset it to 0, right, because it was a big number at this point in the code. Right here was a big number, so I'm just going to reset it to 0. And then I'm just going to do my int I starting at 0 again, I less than or equal to 100, plus plus I. Alright, and then just add it to the sum. So the sum equals whatever it used to be plus I. You can also use, I kind of prefer the sum plus equals I, that adds I to the sum, but it's really a matter of preference there. And then at the end, I'm just going to sys out the sum divided by I, and the only problem here is I'm worried about, no, divided by 100. I'm worried about it being truncated. So I think probably the best solution to that is actually go back and make this sum a double. I think that's going to make it so it doesn't truncate, because it is actually a decimal here. The average is actually a decimal. So be careful on that. Make sure you do double division here, not int division. Okay, so last one, looping through the letters. All right, so the way this works is we've got this word. I'm going to type out the letters. And we really want to loop through the letters, we're going to do the indexes. So here's your indexes. Remember, the length here is normal, it's 9. All right, so we're going to loop through the indexes and then just call substring. So like to get the A, right, for example, to get the A, we would do substring 0 to 1. To get the S, we would do substring 1 to 2. To get the Y, that would really be substring 2 to 3, etc., etc., etc. So the generic version of this for any letter, so for whatever letter number we are, I guess we should do the ith how do I even write this? So whatever number we're on, we're basically going to do substring from that position to the next one. Right, that's the generic version. So we're going to make a loop for I that goes through all these indexes and then call substring I to I plus 1. So I is going to start at 0, and I think this is a good one for you to pause maybe and think. You know it's going to be plus plus I, but what's going to be the condition here? Right? We go start at 0, go up by 1, but when do we stop? So I'd encourage you to pause it and try to think of this. Okay, and the answer is just string.length. So I don't even have a string variable anyways. So sorry, I need to make one. String str equal to asymptote. And then he's going to do str.length. So basically, the length of the string is 9. So we just stay less than that. That'll go up to 8, right? If we stay less than the length, which will be perfect. Okay. Oh, I got one too many semicolons here. And then it's exactly like we said. So I would do this in steps. I would do string letter equals str.substring I to I plus 1. And then I would sys out the letter plus a line between them. And that should do it. Except I don't want to necessarily print a return. So let's not do that. Just do this part, just the print. You can see that that gives us the asymptote the way we want it. Alright, so we're going letter by letter and printing it out that way. Okay, hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching.